Hey y'all, what's up? I'm here for Black Ink Crew Chicago, season 3, episode 6. It starts off with, the crew being at the shop or whatever. Cobra is, asking what's the craziest, shit the job done, being drunk. Charmaine is like, I lost my virginity or whatever, when I was drunk. And I knew it was a mistake because I didn't have sex for like a year and some change, after the fact. And, this kind of leads into the conversation of, what the fuck was going on with Lily the other night. Don is like, speaking of being drunk, how drunk was Lily Jr.? And they like, yeah, what was going on with that the other night? Ryan is like, man, please, Junior been on that since day one or whatever. And, Junior's like, we've been kind of talking. We went on a date, nothing too crazy or whatever. And he was like, but she got kind of jealous because I was talking to female clients and everything. And, Don was like, man, she was crying on my shoulder, talking about how you played her and all this other stuff. And they showed the flashback of that. They also showed the flashback of her being in Ryan's office, drunk and crying and shit. And, they like, so what's really good, Junior? Did you hit or not? And of course, Junior, he's like, I might have kissed her a little bit, but nothing too, And they like, nah, nigga, we don't believe you. Like, she ain't going that crazy over no damn kiss. Like, you did something. So they pretty much know they ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So then we have, Don and Ashley. They go out to eat or whatever. He feels, kind of bad for blowing up on her the other night, considering that he had, two bachelor parties, before their wedding and everything. And, he understands where she's coming from or whatever, but he don't want to spend the rest of, their marriage. He doesn't want to spend the rest of their marriage, bringing up past shit or whatever, and she's like, okay, I'm cool with that. I want to move forward. I don't ever want to think about your bachelor party ever again. You ain't got to, think about mines and, blase, blase or whatever. And, he expresses his love for her and, talks about, if you want to, I understand you want to spend more time with, DJ and everything. So if you want to quit your job, go ahead and quit your job or whatever. And I'm just like, is Don really trying to mature on us here? Like, I'm holding the tablet, so I can't really clap, but I'm internally clapping, y'all. I'm internally clapping. Like, growth. Okay. Like, I'm just I'm just baffled. Like, I'm just, But anyways, of course, it is a catch, though. He's, he's like that he wants to be a piercer for 9 Meg or whatever. And she's like, hold the hell on. So does that mean you're going to be touching females and all this other stuff? And she's like, well, it's not going to be no booty holes, no JJs, no toes, no legs, or none of that shit. He can't pierce nothing on a female or whatever. But, she realizes that, if he's going to do this, that he has to, this is what the job entails. You know what I'm saying? So she's pretty much, cool with it, becomes cool with it as they're, talking. So, then we have Lily. She's, I don't know who house they was at, but, all her family was there and everything. And, she talks about how she moved in with her cousin or whatever. And, next thing Junior, he shows up or whatever, and everybody looking at him like, who the fuck is this nigga? Everybody just staring him down. And, he says that, is it okay if I talk to Lily or whatever? And, they're cool with it. So they go into the kitchen or whatever. Pretty much he's trying to figure out what the hell is her deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened the other night or whatever. She knows that she did too much and everything, but he reminds her of, her past or whatever, and she gets into the fact that her ex abused her and, manipulated her when he would be doing wrong and try to make it seem like it's her fault or whatever. And I'm like, damn, you grasped all that from knowing Junior for all of what, 2.5 seconds? Like, Get to know the man first before you start making, conclusions or whatever about what type of man he really is. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, she talks about how she wants something real or whatever, and he tells her that, I could show you. I could show you real, and I want to show you how you deserve to be treated. Like, okay, Junior being smooth. All right. You know what I'm saying? Junior, even though he's short, he does kind of have this smooth, suave demeanor about him. Like, yeah. I've always thought, Junior was cool for the most part anyway. But, anyway, so, he talks about how, he does want to get to know her and everything. And she's like, okay, even with all my craziness or something like that, she was saying. And he was like, that he likes crazy or whatever. And, they kiss and everything. And he's like, all right, let's go back out there with your family before they come in here and try to kill me and everything. I'm like, yeah, because it's a lot of them. Okay. So, anyways, then we get Van and Jen. They go out to eat or whatever. And she brings up the fact that, she's about to turn 30 and they've been together for a long time. And he like, so what that mean? Like, you about to turn 30 and, I'm 33. And, she's like that she wants to be married. And he's, looking like, fuck. Like, damn it, man, and she's like that she's been with him for over 8 years and she gives him everything that he wants and, helps take care of his daughter and blase. And then this fool gonna suggest buying her a puppy. All I could do was just shake my head like, really, Van? Really? Like, you taking this shit for a motherfucking joke. You know what I'm saying? And like, she's annoyed by him or whatever because he's not taking it seriously. He doesn't want shit to change. He feels like they got a good thing going on right now or whatever. And once again, this is just another situation where this is like, marriage is something you're supposed to ask your significant other before shit gets too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be years down the line and you realizing, damn, y'all still ain't married. And then you bring up, the question of marriage. And then come to find out this motherfucker might not even really want to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, also, too, Van shouldn't marry her just because she wants to be married. He needs to want it too. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's going to go for them. But anyways, we get Danielle, Charmaine, and Cobra. They go to a lesbian bar, because Cobra has come out as, bi, which I'm not surprised. It was just something about her. I could just tell she kind of likes females too. Sorry, y'all. My nose ring fucking itching and shit. I ain't digging up my nose. My fucking nose ring bothering me. But anyway, so yeah, I wasn't surprised or whatever. So anyways, Charmaine is trying to give her pointers, like be her coach or whatever, trying to boost her head up, talking about some, all right, I want you to go over there, talk to them 2 girls and everything, but don't worry, I'm right here, I got your back or whatever. Like, go ahead and do you, boo, okay? So, Cobra, she walks up to these 2 ladies or whatever, and she's like, hey, can I buy you ladies a drink and everything? And, one of the girls, she's like, we're on a date? I'm just like, oh, awkward. I mean, shit, I would have took the drink, to be honest. Like, free drink, like. And then she asked the both of y'all, did y'all want a drink? Like, who the hell would turn that down? I'm just saying, okay? But anyway, so Charmaine is still trying to give her pointers or whatever. She tells her to tell this other girl that, she's like a Nubian princess and all this other stuff. So Cobra does it, and in the process, she burps and everything. And she's like, ooh, excuse me, that is so not ladylike or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, Cobra, you are with the wrong bitches to try to help you. Like, you are with the wrong females to help you with this shit, especially Charmaine's ass. She got you out here looking like a plump fool right now. So anyways, they start talking about, Kat or whatever, because they're looking at her picture on Instagram, and, Charmaine is like, asking Danielle, like, don't you think it's weird that she like dipset right on out of here after, after the lake house or whatever, and didn't say bye to anybody or anything? Danielle gets silent once again or whatever, and Charmaine is like, come on, bitch, spill the beans. So Danielle is like that Kat is going through something. She reminds Charmaine of what she saw at the lake house. It says that it's not nothing new or whatever, which, I mean, it's not really surprising because I feel like everybody thought at some point that there was some shit going down between uh Kat and Ryan, you know what I'm saying? So, Danielle is like, when she went to LA, Kat told her that something happened between her and Ryan, and they showed the playback or whatever. And, Kat didn't know that, him and Rachel was working on getting back together. So she was like, what the fuck? And she kind of caught feelings a little bit. And that's part of the reason why she moved all the way across country. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that with them. But she trying to tell Charmaine not to say nothing or whatever. I said, you fucked up, right, Danielle? You fucked up. Charmaine is the last person you need to be telling this information to. That bitch couldn't hold water to save her goddamn life. Like, but anyway, so we get Don, Don Jr. and Danielle. They're at some other, shop. So Don could get a feel of how to be a piercer or whatever. And I think Jr. knows the guy who is like the piercer of the shop or whatever he is. And, Don is asking questions or whatever, the guy is piercing, this girl's nipples and everything. And I ain't gonna lie, even I cringed up because I was like, ooh, that shit just looked like it hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I know people that got that shit done, but I ain't got no boobs no goddamn way, so I wouldn't get the shit. But, even if I did have boobs, I still feel like, ooh, I don't know, that's a little bit too much for me. But anyway, so, Don, he didn't, get squeamish or nothing like that. He was just looking at it like, it was cool. So then he showed, the guy, he shows them something more extreme. And this girl, she's getting like these like piercings on her back of like paper clips or whatever. Oh, and then they put shackles on her back and start swinging her around or whatever. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, I don't even know what she was supposed to be doing. Like, was this some like dominatrix acrobats or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit just looked, oh, my fucking back hurting just thinking about that shit. That shit, ugh. Then I would have been like, Dan, yeah, I would have ran the hell out, okay? Because I cannot. So we back at 9 Mag or whatever. Ryan shows up, Charmaine brings up Kat being back in LA or whatever. And, don't you think it's strange that she didn't say bye to anyone or whatever? And Ryan is like, Kat is a free spirit or whatever. And Charmaine is like, well, maybe because something happened between y'all or whatever. Danielle's like, oh shit, Charmaine, don't do this. I said, see, shouldn't have told her. So, Charmaine, she asks about the whole shower situation. He claims that nothing happened. Who believes Ryan? Who believes Ryan, okay? Show of hands. Because I don't. But anyway, so he says, after the jacuzzi, he went into the shower and she came to, talk to him or whatever. And he like, yo, you might want to get out of here because motherfuckers going to think that, you want some shit. And then that's when she left or whatever. Charmaine doesn't believe him. Like a lot of the viewing audience probably doesn't believe him. She's like, we know that something happened before that damn lake house, Ryan. Ryan is like, we did like have like a little run-in or whatever, and he claims that he didn't smash, and he's like, it was before Rachel or whatever, and then him and Rachel start getting back cool again, so the shit with him and Kat had the end and everything. Danielle is like, really, nigga? Like, you really trying to like play this, like downplay the situation or whatever? Katrina has her side and Ryan has his side, and the truth gonna come out eventually, whatever. So Ryan's like, she done kissed me, for Van, and they like, why she kissed Van or whatever, and I was just like, well, damn, she just kissing everybody. I'm surprised she didn't try to kiss Don too, even though, motherfucking Ashley's crazy ass. But I'm like, cause I'm just like, well, goddamn, she pretty much kissed damn near every dude in the goddamn shop. Like, maybe old girl Nikki was on to something when she had said, I know who dick you be sucking too, or whatever she said. So, anyways, I guess later on in Mag or whatever, Charmaine's mom comes through or whatever. She's visiting since Charmaine got fired. Forrest asking Charmaine's mom, like, has Charmaine always been wild like this? The mom was like, I mean, I got her tested in kindergarten, to see if, she has a few screws loose and everything came back normal or whatever. Ryan is like, you didn't get a second opinion? I would have said the same thing if I had to deal with somebody like Charmaine, but it is what it is. So anyways, Junior has a client or whatever, and the client, is a female. She's getting her wife's name tattooed on her, and she claims that the wife's family has been giving her hell because I guess they don't approve of her being, gay or whatever. And that's really sad. It's really unfortunate, what I'm saying, that this still happens in, this day and age or whatever. People not being accepting of same-sex couples or whatever, but it still happens, unfortunately. But I'd be damned if I get a nigga name tattooed on me. I don't care if we married. I don't care if we've been married for 20 years. Can't do it. Can't fucking do it. But she wants to get it for her wife, to let her wife know that, despite everything that they're going through, she's not going nowhere. So that's that. So then we have Van and Jen, she comes home for work or whatever. She's talking about how she wants some hookah. There's no more hookah left. So she's like, can you go get some? Van starts snapping on her, talking about something, I know I ain't getting none, I'm tired or whatever. And, he's saying how he loves Jen, and they've been living together for 7 months now or whatever. And I'm like, damn, y'all been together for 8 years and y'all only been living together for 7 months? Like, what the hell? I guess y'all just delayed on everything. Delayed on living together. Delayed on marriage. Like, delayed on having kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, he cooked dinner, but he didn't make her a plate or whatever. And she's like, you didn't make me a plate and everything. He starts getting angry and talking about, what he claims that he's agitated. And she's like, what are you agitated for? And he talking about something she's overstepping. What the fuck is she overstepping, Van? Like, I seriously feel like Van just started that argument just so, she could leave the apartment and everything. Because it's just like, I mean, what is all this unnecessary bullshit for that you coming at her with? So she's like, 8 years later, and you talking about needing space or whatever, and she's saying how marriage should be right around the corner, and he claims that he wants to marry her, but not right now, and, she's like, well, how long do you think I'm supposed to wait for you? He's like, I'm not asking you to wait. She starts crying, and then she leaves. So then we're at the club or whatever. The whole crew is there, for the turn up for Ford's performance. And Ford, he's backstage and he got on this like crazy Bigfoot looking costume or whatever. And he says that, how, he wants to stand out and be different from everybody else, whatever. So, Danielle and Charmaine, they're asking about Jen, and he just, Van is just telling them that he's tired, when in actuality, he just really doesn't want everybody in his business or whatever. So Charmaine tells him, like, well, we're trying to find Cobra some new puss or whatever. And, Van is like, wait a minute, wasn't she just with Jared? And Danielle is like, yeah, well, now she's with, Jerica, something like that she said or whatever. Ford comes out to perform and everything. Jen, after the performance, Jen shows up with this, lame looking dude named Ben. He wasn't even cute. Like, I mean, in actuality, she still made Van jealous because his ass, popped all the way off. But I mean, child, please. She should have got her somebody nice and tall, and I mean, she really could have came way better than that dude. But anyway, so she goes straight to the ladies. She walks right past Van. She goes straight to the ladies, hugging them and stuff like that. Van walks up to Jen or whatever. Jen introduces Ben and everything, and she said he just a friend. Like, she claiming that he just a friend or whatever. And Van is like, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know all your friends or whatever, and he ain't one of them, you know what I'm saying? And so, Van is asking, oh boy, like, yo, who are you, man, or whatever? And he says, I'm a friend or whatever. And, Van is like, he's asking all these questions or whatever, and he's asking again, like, how y'all become friends. Old boy says through a mutual friend or whatever, and he just had like this menacing look on his face or whatever, like he knew like he was pushing Van's buttons. So next thing you know, Van pushes old dude or whatever. Security comes through. Don somehow gets into the mix. I don't know if old boy was trying to push him or if security was trying to push him, but Don start popping off or whatever, this, that, and the third. The next thing you know, 4, he gets into the mix or whatever and starts popping off. And it was just a whole bunch of commotion. So I don't know what the fuck happened at that point, because it was just like a lot of people. Ashley, she in the background yelling Don's name, like, Don, oh my God, or whatever. Y'all know how she do. But anyways, that was the episode, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.